Okay, Twitch, UK face scanning is here, all designed to verify your age, and we're just going to have a look at what's happening. Now, I'm not an expert on Twitch. I have heard about it years ago. My son announced he was going to become a Twitch multi-millionaire, as he's now in his early 20s living at home. I'm not sure that worked out that well, but it's a popular live streaming platform, and I think we've all seen lots of Twitch streams all over the place, people playing different games and stuff like that. So mandatory facial age verification is hitting UK users. It's all over the gaming press. Here's a little post. UK-based Twitch users, age verification. So it's mandatory when you try to watch certain streams. So you will need to put your actual real face scan, not Norman Reedus, and it's already rolling out across the country. And today we're going to break down exactly what Twitch is doing, how it works, and why the UK is the first to get this, and what it kind of means for viewers and streamers out there. So, first of all, I should mention the Norman Reedus loophole I said there. It's a quick note. If you've not come across this weird workaround, we're looking at the different bypass methods later in the video. But UK users are attempting to bypass the new facial age verification by presenting an image of Norman Reedus. Here he is, from The Walking Dead, I believe. And he's in a video game called Death Stranding. And what people have been doing, and it's not just on Twitch, they've been doing it on lots of age verification systems that are streaming out all over the UK at the moment. And basically you just point your webcam or your phone at this picture in a game called Death Stranding. Now this game has a photo mode, so we can take Norman and we can tell him to open his mouth and close his eyes and stuff like that, which is what the age biometrics needs you to do. So you just can't point it at a picture of your dad and get through. You need to have a moving photo, and this apparently worked really well. I believe it's being shut down by different platforms, age verification platforms, because everybody knows about it now. So I don't think it'll work, but give it a go if you want. So to summarise, mid-November, UK users are being told they must verify their age with a real-time facial scan. Anything Twitch has a content classification label that's got like violence, drugs, gambling or sexual themes, you'll need to verify your age by taking a picture of yourself. Yes, I'm not that keen either. I always remember a little photo that was going around of Mark Zuckerberg, who always used to had a picture of him with his camera and a microphone on his laptop taped off. I don't know if that was real or not, but I kind of feel the same way. So fortunately, I'm not a Twitch user. So how it works, here's the process. Twitch is using in the UK. You get a verification pop-up with a verify your age. You'll be seeing these now. As I say, it's been around for a couple of months, but I don't think they've rolled it out properly. Twitch will then ask for your camera access, either your phone or your webcam. And then you'll get asked to perform a facial scan. So it'll do a live facial age estimation scam, and if the algorithm says you look 18 or older, you're allowed through. Now, Twitch claims the scan is done on device, meaning the image doesn't leave your phone or computer. They also say the data isn't stored or shared, but they always say that. It's powered by somebody called KID, which I'll tell you about in a second, and it's supposed to be super accurate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so user reactions. Quite intense. Twitch people not impressed, surprisingly enough. UK viewers say they're being blocked from streams they watched for years. One streamer said they were locked out of their own content, despite being a verified Twitch partner and a tax-paying adult. So I'm not sure what happened there. On Reddit, users are warning each other that face scans are now required for all standard mature streams. And it's never existed on Twitch before, and people are generally not happy. So the company involved, now Twitch have selected KID, who've got a business just centered around age verification, it seems. They're the third-party provider that they're implementing in the UK, but they've got quite a big presence all over the world in this market anyway. They're based in Singapore, but I think the only offices I could find were in Singapore. So presumably Singapore laws are crucial factor here of what they do with data and how they operate. But obviously they'll have to operate under the various countries they're working in. So anyway, their system estimates a user's age by analysing these facial biometrics in real time. And it's all, of course, down to the UK Online Safety Act. And there we are. That's their very kiddie-friendly company. The little kid there smiling, probably not smiling if he's just been locked out of Call of Duty. And the little girl with braces. And a nice look there, some snow in the background. So cute and cuddly, I think they're going for there. The key claim from KID, the one of real interest, I suppose, if you're concerned about privacy, is that the age estimation process actually happens on the device. So it does everything on your phone or your laptop, and nothing goes back to them apart from you're 18 or you're not. So none of the data ever leaves your computer, and it's not stored or shared. Privacy design approach, it's obviously designed to ease user concerns regarding personal data. So why is this happening? Yeah, of course, you've guessed it. It's the Online Safety Act again in 2023, UK, happening now in 2025. It's not Twitch randomly tightening the rules. I'm sure Twitch could do without this, because they'll have to pay lots of money to KID, I presume. But they've got to do it if they want to operate in the UK, certainly. And the Online Safety Act is forcing platforms to implement strong age assurance if children might possibly access harmful content. And it is quite a young platform, I think. So streaming platforms fall under user-to-user services and under the Online Safety Act. So they have to prove their under 18s are blocked or get a slap on the wrist and a big penalty from people at Ofcom. So there are privacy and accuracy concerns for biometrics, like they are with all the other methods for age verification. Now, the accuracy claims, KID actually states a mean accuracy of 1.1 year variation for all adult age estimation, and hear this, 100% accuracy for adults over the age of 25. I don't know if that's true. I'm going to have to try and find some reports or some proof or something like that, because that sounds very, very accurate. And the reports were that KID was fooled by Norman earlier, so I don't know, a bit hesitant about that. Anyway, the data, as I mentioned, zero image leaves the device, so it's supposedly analysed directly on your device and no data is uploaded. And let's remember about accessibility problems, I'll put my teeth in. Users who wear like headgear, glasses, or have accessibility needs may be incorrectly rejected. It sounds trivial, but it can be a big thing for some people, really. And there's lots of people using Twitch who would come into this category. And ultimately, it's forced verification. You are being forced to scan yourself. Even if you've been a Twitch user for, I don't know how long Twitch has been going on, but it's been going on for ages. They could have been using it for over a decade and be forced to verify their age. Can you bypass it? Well, we've discussed Norman, and the most obvious one is using a VPN to pretend you live in somewhere a bit more liberal than the UK. There's quite a large choice now, really. And also previously mentioned you can use people have said you can use pictures and videos, and that'll probably develop. But remember, even if you bypass the geo-trigger, so the VPN basically say you connect to somewhere like France or Germany or something which hasn't got these age verification, that Twitch will look at you and say, oh, he's not in the UK, so we don't have to verify his age. Remember, that will probably work because it's based on IP address, but they can apply age checks based on account settings. You probably set up your account as a UK user, your region of payment if you pay Twitch or you get paid by Twitch. They'll probably have your account details, any old verification tied to your account. So they've got a lot of metadata as well there that they could look at. So what happens next? The rollout seems to have started in earnest in mid-November. It was put in September. Early 2026, there are going to be potential adjustments and refinements, apparently. Don't know what that means. And future expansion. So this is looking increasingly likely that these platforms are going to roll out globally. I'm not sure, but I don't think they'd want to have loads of these different systems. They're going to have a global platform. Anyway, KID is part of the Open Age initiative, something called Age Key. If you want to look at that, this is this sort of global standard for verifying age. If you want to look at that, there's a few people involved in it. And there was a report here in Business Wire. I'll put a link if you want to read that in the description below. So we're still early in this rollout. Twitch could expand or modify the requirement, refine the algorithm through KID, or even apply it to lots more categories. I'm not sure how many categories this is going. If you've got any experience of this, a Twitch user, just pop them in the comments. It'd be interesting. So are other countries going to follow? There's lots with considering similar online safety legislation. Lots of US states, lots Australia, France, Italy, Spain, lots of European countries are thinking of doing this. Twitch is going to roll it out globally, I think. So what do you think? Anyway, you're important. What are your comments on this matter? It's a facial age scan. Is it a reasonable trade-off for child safety? Does it in fact keep your children safer? Or is this the start of a new era of biometric checks where we're all living in some sort of online science fiction program, and we're scanning our eyes and our faces every time we want to watch something online? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you find this useful, please hit subscribe and share, and I'll keep tracking the next steps for the Online Safety Act on things like Twitch, YouTube, Xbox, and everything else happening across the UK and the world's digital policy landscape. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.